I've said this a lot recently, but it's absolutely hilarious to me how you reach a point during the year where you start to play the full releases of all of the demos that you've been playing over the past year, and we're in this like weird area where all of those games are coming out. Today, we take a look at Emberward, the full release of Emberward, where this is a basically tower defense roguelike, where we can build our own mazes in the game with little Tetris pieces. And there's a bunch of unique towers and enemies, and it was just very good in the demo. In the full release, already 97% very positive reviews on Steam. Worth a look. I'll have a link in the description down below for you to check this out. Thank you to the dev for reaching out with a key, and then also thank you to the dev for reaching out with multiple other keys as well for me to give away to the community. So if you are interested in getting a key for Emberward, I'll probably be taking every comment in the comment section, and then if you are also in my Discord, which is linked in the description as well, you'll have a chance to win a key. I think I've got like 4 or 5 of them to give out, so let's play and see what's going on here in Emberward. New game. I apparently have a game in progress. They probably took some of the demo content that we had. I'm gonna play on normal. I can't play on hard yet because I'm terrified of it, and I don't have it unlocked. So two areas available in the game right now: the Misty Forest, and then the unlock after clearing the Misty Forest. And then there's 2 more that are coming later on. And they've teased a little bit of what's happening in this area already, so it's an update that will probably come sooner rather than later. Misty Forest, let's play and see what's going on here. There is a lot in this game, and I'm horrible at tower defense games, as many of you know, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit. So this is our current village. Choose my character. There are 10 friggin' characters? No, there's a certain number of characters. Some are getting unlocked in future patches, but there's still a chunk of characters, to be fair. I'm gonna play as the novice. Fairy the novice. My fire source has 5 extra HP, so that's good. And I can have a certain fire as well. I don't have these unlocked yet, but pretty cool to see a lot of different replayability features in the game. Our tower loadout, we don't have anything yet. Our backpack, I don't have anything yet. Here's our talent tree, for which I don't have anything yet. So it's probably the best thing to just go to the academy and choose our gear for this adventure. Let's see. So, I mean, it's a lot, right? It's a lot, and I really genuinely have no clue what is even best to take at this point. I think you probably want a balanced approach here. So something like, I kind of like this dart tower that's super cheap, flamethrower that's pretty expensive, right? A basic tower and a scrap tower, they just seem bad. You know, the dart tower does some poison, which I think is cool. We go a little elemental with the fire and the poison, and then you just have a nice AoE as well. Let's take this today and see what's going on. And then I guess I can take one of these. So when you build walls with 3 tiles or smaller, the walls immediately lock in place and you draw a card. Build walls with 3 tiles or smaller. I only have 2 walls that can do that. Reduce the cost of drawing cards. If no damage is taken upon completing a level, increase max health by 2. Sure. 1x1 towers cost +5. All larger towers cost -10. Interesting. I don't know the size of the towers, unfortunately. In each level, the first time your fire source takes damage, freeze all monsters. I'm going to take the Flamekeeper's manual, which is probably a mistake because I'll likely take damage a bunch. But it seems smart to me right now. The barracks is kind of interesting. There's also a corrupted battle here that gives me a relic. I kind of want to go for the corrupted battle, so we're going to take... I mean, which card would I rather have at this point? We don't have this piece, whereas we do have this piece. So let's take this battle here. I'm just picking, bro. I'm just picking. We'll figure out where what is best in the future. So build a maze, enemies are coming, drag the wall card onto the field, control the path of the monster. Wall cards placed during the building phase can be long pressed to be recalled, but once you enter battle, they will be locked. So, we want to start out, I think that the most logical approach here is to just simply do something like this to start. This keeps them going the longest. We want to have them go the longest path possible, right? So we can do, but we can't block the path, which is important to remember. So we can do something like this, maybe. We'll obviously want to do more in this area. This singular one piece is largely irrelevant, but you can maybe do this to snake them further through here, snake them a couple times. I think it's fine. So I got 50 gold. I think, my opinion, is you set up a flamethrower immediately. And then you set up like a dart tower in some spaces. I think the flamethrower is going to body them, okay? But realistically, you would want to have as much poison getting on as possible. So I'm going to front load our entire place. Maybe that's a terrible idea. Again, I'm bad at tower defense games. I know that it's shocking to hear. But yeah, this is pretty good. They're just getting melted by the flamethrower. I'm also burning down the entire forest, which, you know, there's probably some environmental concerns about that, but I'll leave those for a later date. I do not like this. I do not like this at all, really. I really would have preferred a nice long lad here. But we can do something like this is not horrible. And then you snake this up this way. That's a pretty good snaking path, to be fair. And then you maybe set up like a flamethrower here. And then you start to get the AoE going. And this guy covers a pretty massive position. This is probably your ideal spot for him. There's a bunch of angry bees, but the angry bees were getting bodied by the flamethrower. So I think we're pretty happy about this. I can also upgrade these, which is an intriguing idea as well. We got no concerns here, man. Our towers are taking care of business. The flamethrower doing great work. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Now how do I upgrade you? I got two choices on the upgrade. Interesting, okay. I would love to increase the damage on the flamethrower. I think that that's sick. But I love the idea of increasing fire rate on these two. Okay, very, very good. Then you snake this, which is excellent. And then this becomes like a little wonky, right? I don't love these pieces. So let's, I always forget that I can place these all the way out here as well. And this just opens up the opportunity for us to get some crazy things going before we even get into the battle. But with these guys all upgraded, I think that we're in pretty good shape. Some crimson lizards coming, some slimes coming. They just keep coming and they won't stop coming, okay? We're gonna be fine. I swear this guy I've seen in other video games before. He's a big chunky lad. Very big chunky lad. But the flamethrower is actually just, it's bodying a little bit. We want to make sure that these guys go on farthest. Because, well, no, we want them on... We want them on least progress, is what we want them on. And then we want this guy on most progress. Yeah, that's still good. Okay, this is okay. Here's the thing though, I mean, what we really want is just another long boy. And while we're still in, like, pretty good shape here, let's not bother getting too cute with this. You know, this path is not perfect, but it's completely fine. We'll snake you this way. and then we'll snake you all the way that way. That way you guys are coming through here. And then this is where I love the idea of another flamethrower. Expensive to upgrade you. Only one upgrade on each one. Let's just increase your damage. I know that it's a hefty price to pay, but I think it's pretty good. And then we just start with some Hellfire rain downs on these guys. The range that they do is incredible. Some more poison at the front line here. Put you on least progress, and then kick it off. I think that we are still in very good shape here. The fire rate on the poison tower it ain't perfect. I mean, bro, we're tackling these guys before they even enter into the camp. I mean, it's annihilation right now. It is unadulterated annihilation. I feel good. I feel very good. The poison's chonking and we're having a good time. Can we increase your fire rate by chance? We can. Let's get that going immediately. Yeah, everybody's just kind of melting. Good melt session. The more poison we can get on early, the better. Which is why we're going to just do it like this. And I'm going to put you guys on the highest HP. Well, at least one of you on highest HP, just to ensure that you're getting things going. Let's do something like this. Again, we did not draw well here. So we can continue to build these out this way. We can snake this guy around this way. We can try to force him through as well. That's still going around. I like can't force you to go any further down there, but that's okay. Again, poison where poison necessary, increase range and rate. And then I think that you throw another flamethrower down here. The idea being that we don't let them into the maze. This is our contingency plan. But we want everybody to melt before they even get close. And if we can get the poison on early, you know, they take a little bit here and there. And then they enter Flamethrower Alley. Now that's a big boy. A very, very large lad. This is a kind of scary fight right now. I'm going to increase speed a little bit just to make some stuff happen. He has disabled all of our towers. But he did not even get close. That was the final wave. I would say that we performed at a very, very nice pace on that one. So new card. Runes. Attach runes to block cards to gain special bonuses. Very interesting. Okay. Can create buffs. More squares a block has, more runes it can have. So one rune on you. A greater range boost tile. Towers on it gain extra coins when killing monsters. Dude, these are kind of interesting, actually. These are kind of interesting. Give me the gold rune on this guy. I love a good monetary build, so I'm intrigued. Lightning Ball Tower, you're a 30 cost. It goes right into our environmental effect build. We got fire, we got poison, we got lightning. We do it all. The Elemental King. Call me the Avatar. Launch massive rocks. I just don't care, to be honest. Arcane, 100% crit chance against enemies with more than 80% health. I'm gonna take the Lightning Tower. Cannot rotate, fires lightning balls straight ahead, damaging all enemies in its path. We have a good chunk of, like, straight pieces. So I think it's fun. I mean, I think it's an interesting boy. So we've gained some talents. Talents are permanent upgrades that persist through each run. It's important to note, this is not a meta progression tree, even though it seems like it is. It's not. This is just for a run, and I think it's a really intelligent way of handling this game. So now we unlock that. We don't have any more points, so I'm not even going to bother to look at them yet. We'll just go from there. Things are looking good. We got some Ember Stones we'll be able to use in a shop. We move into a corrupted battle. Am I scared? No. I'm not scared. We did great, to be honest. So, corrupted areas will appear on the ground. You cannot build on them. Enemies also have higher health or faster speed, but I obtain better rewards, which is cool. So, buff tiles. Tiles full of energy enhance various attributes of the turret, which is cool. So we want to build stuff on these 2 tiles. I think one of the things that we need to ensure right out the get-go is we want to block off one of the paths into here. So I'm going to place that there to start, and then I think that we love something like this as well, with maybe doing this. And then we just put a little increased buff. So the lightning tower only goes in the line. You can't go here, huh? You take up 2 tiles, that's why. Okay, can I move you? Because we're gonna bring you back. I'm gonna put you right here, and I'm gonna set up a lightning tower right here. Okay, and then we'll plan on building you out down this line and maybe snake you back in somehow. I think it's good. And then I'll just put, like, one of these right here. I'm a little terrified for this. We're gonna hope that this guy is good. He has a very fast fire rate. So hopefully this goes fine. Maybe I made a little bit of a mistake here. Although, I don't know. I kind of bodied them with a singular tower. He never even fired. So, I guess I'm pretty happy. That's not where I want to put that block. I think we want to do something like this. Okay. And then we want to do something like this. And what I'll do in the future is we'll try to get, like, a singular block here. And then we'll put a lightning tower down this line. And then that becomes kind of intriguing to me. And we can just snake you all the way around like that, and we can continue to snake you down. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Let's get some... I think you need a flamethrower at the beginning. I think you want to then upgrade the damage on it, but we can't do that yet. Oh, look at this. Automatically fired continuously when an electric ball hits another electric ball tower. The hit tower immediately fires once. Wow, okay. That's really cool, actually. That's really cool. I wonder if we could rework this, right? To go, like, up a little and then go up, with the idea of putting this here and then another lightning ball here. So now you're going to go down this alley, and then you're going to go down this alley, and then kind of sick, right? Am I the only one that thinks that that's, like, really cool? I think it's really cool. Let's see how this goes. I like the big hit tiles. I need to improve your range so that you can actually fire over there. Little concern here and there, but we make it through the wave. This is where, you know, you kind of need this now, and then you need this upgrade, right? This is also crazy, but I think you want this upgrade. And at some point I have to move these guys down and around here. This puts this guy more in range. I think we want to increase his range even further. And then this is the guy who has the special boost on him. Which we didn't get one of these until now. Are you seeing the synergy, dude? I don't know if it's any good, okay? Like, he's just on a continuous fire now. But when enemies get into this lane, it's going to go kind of crazy. At least that's the way that I'm seeing it right now. Okay, it's not going great. It is not going great. Okay. It was a good try. It was a good try. Maybe that is not the correct approach to doing things. Let's set you up like this. Maybe we gotta get back to the basics and get some flamethrowers in here and just stack up a little bit of extra damage in there. Let's increase your fire rates. And then I think there's value in still continuing to push these as far out so that this tower can hit him. And then, I mean, realistically, you would want to put a tower here for a lightning that goes through here. We'll do that next time. I think that we made the mistake with this. It's a cool idea, but your 3-second cooldown makes you really hard to use, right? Like, it just feels like the damage, I mean, it's okay. It's definitely okay. Having this guy cleaning up the trash at the end is so good, though. I mean, that is so good. Okay, so then you go... I mean, I absolutely love this. You put this right here with a lightning tower here. And then you go a lightning tower here. And then you take this guy. You go damage on him. Although I guess we would have had to go with the other upgrade. I can't really move this guy. But we could still upgrade him. Like, keep in mind he's going through these 4 tiles, which is completely fine. Like, that still provides us some value. Okay, I don't mind this. I really don't. I think we like this. You know, we have no other money. I did primarily upgrades. This is our final wave, but I have some faith in this. It's a good chunk of AoE down the middle that we got. I mean, that's a big scary hornet. Yeah, he's gonna wipe me. He's gonna wipe me. That's 5 damage coming in. It's probably another 5 damage coming in if we're being realistic here. Okay, I'm getting my butt kicked. Can we? I guess I definitely could have put more towers in. I'm down to 2 health. It's not incredible. It is not incredible. I thought that we were doing way better during that. Dude, there's so many choices. I do like these, so it's a pretty good... Increase the attack power of fire towers. That's really good. And then, I mean, screw it. Greater range as well is kind of cool, but I think that... I think we maybe go Royal Rune. Put that in our hand, we get the increased fire. There's a lot of choices, man, in this game. Sniper tower, that's a fire. It's kind of sick, honestly. It's actually really sick. I think that that's a great idea. Because now we are building this this fire approach here. When you have towers with more than 5 types of elemental on the field, all towers gain 10%. That's great, right? That's really good. Because we have the chance to pull this off as time goes on. Okay, we got something to build around now, which I think is good. That was an elite battle, so that's important to keep in mind. Like, it was going to be a little harder than before. Ember stones to the altar to restore health. Yeah, that seems like it's probably a good idea for us to line up going there. Or else I'm going to be in bad shape. So, first wave is coming down. This is messy, as all anything. We want to... I think we want to do something like this. Because what we want to do is basically snake them through this as much as possible. So we do something like that, and then it's a fire tower. I'm actually going to put it here to start. But we're going to get some poison going at the beginning. In both of these spots. I think that this is scary. But I think that it's good enough. It's so good enough. Okay. There were 0 concerns about this wave. We should not have been concerned about this wave. Then you put a fire tower here. Keep the snaking process going. It's like I'm a plumber. We just snaking, okay? We snaking and only drains. Okay, very good. More poison. Put another one there. Can I maybe upgrade fire rate on one of you. I can like barely touch these towers out here. I'm so far away. Increased range is irrelevant. It's really the damage. I may just hold on to my money here. Or we implement, you know, the problem is I want this guy to kill as many as possible. I think I'm gonna let you just go. And then if I notice that this is going bad, we're going to we're gonna place a tower. Yeah, I mean, I knew the increased damage on that fire tile was gonna make this very good. So this guy's not getting the juice that we want him to. It kind of is what it is. This is where we can do something like maybe this. Get the lightning in there. And then we can start to build a nice new path for these guys. But we do want to take advantage of this damage tile. I mean, I think realistically you like something like this, and then you just want to build something to block that off. So let's build some more flamethrowers. Because in the end, the flamethrowers are still, they're kind of your bread and butter. We'll put one of him in the middle too. But you are going to utilize the flamethrowers to do pretty much everything. The fire damage is good. And we get, you know, the buffs on fire from some of our tiles now. So there's some benefit there. That's a big boy. A very, very big boy. Please get killed by this flamethrower. It looks like we did, which is cool. And then he gives birth to more babies, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, we want to slip in. We can slip him right there, to be honest. The sniper tower is going to be great. And I think that it makes a lot of sense to put him simply here so that he starts to just kind of hit some lads, right? We'll put you there. Maybe you put a final flamethrower at the end here, just as the, in case you made it all the way through, our last resort play a little bit. And then we'll stack some more here. I don't mind this. I think that this is a surprisingly okay, the sniper tower kind of cool. That's going pretty well. Small explosion as well. I kind of like that a lot. Damage going way up on it. It becomes a little bit of an AoE machine. Which I think is a concern for us, not having as much... Well, I mean, it's not really a concern at all, because our fire towers are still... They're still very good. Can I... Dude, I genuinely can, like, not get a hold of these up here. Increase the damage. I mean, I think that's kind of our core approach at this point is try to get damage on these tiles. I don't like that. Let's go... Let's go with something, although we want to play on these tiles so I get the increased damage from them. They're just in really awkward spots, man. They're in really awkward spots. We can do something like this, I guess. And then snake you through like this. Snake you back like that. That's not horrible. And then you go with a... Let's wait on any other towers. For what it's worth, I think that we're completely fine here. I think that this is maybe an intelligent upgrade. But we have ourselves a very nice start here. Like, this is a ton of damage through here. And this sniper tower is insane. I mean, it's just... It's melting people. I think that this is probably good enough. Being able to snake them through this line with our towers is such a huge... I feel like if you have different tower layouts, this may be a lot harder to do something like this. But it plays directly into our strengths, and it builds a very, very nice little path for me. So, how do we want to handle this next? This is increased fire damage on this. And I don't have anywhere where I can put this that makes sense. I mean, just kidding. I can kind of put it up here. It's psychotic. I mean, that is actually so psychotic. But it's so psychotic that it could work. The damage up there is now insane. Then you build like something like this, and you set up the sniper again. So you sniper, and we'll put another beefy sniper on it. I mean, nothing is making it through here. The amount of fire that we have at the front, man. Now we do have some big lads in there, but you have the snipers, and you have another 3 flamethrowers in this middle part that people aren't even getting to. I think this is very good. Okay, I think it's very good. So is this final wave? Yeah, final wave. Can I get this tower in here somewhere? The answer to that question is like absolutely not. We can get it here. And maybe you put like another sniper here. Get another one of those on there. You know, you can work on continuing to snake people around this way. Force them through here. And then, I mean, this is where, in my eyes, just build more snipers. It's a crazy enough build. You might as well just keep the snipers flowing. I need more elemental. We need a freeze machine at some point. Let's increase the range on you. Maybe I also want to put this guy on least progress, so that we basically, the fire flows through. Trying to grab these up here is so ridiculous. We put both of these on least progress so that we just flow a constant array of fire right here, and everything always takes damage there, is my idea. And then we still have 43. I don't think that the automatic fire is all that valuable. These guys, I mean, we can increase your damage and range, increase your damage and range, and then I'll kick off the battle. I think that we are in plenty good shape here. I mean, this is you're still least progress. They're going after that little guy, but I think it's because, yeah, this is better now. I think it's because there weren't any other enemies spawned at the time. They're definitely making it a little bit further. I mean, are there concerns about that? Not really, because then you enter into Sniper Alley. And Sniper Alley kind of bodying. Yeah, this wasn't close. Nobody ever made it down the line on this one. So I like the sniper. I like this stuff. You are electric, you are arcane. Okay, I have to take you if we're trying to make this elemental build work. Magic-driven battle axe that cannot rotate but will attack any enemy that passes in front of it. Okay. Goal here is to not do much with that, right? When an ice tower hits a chilled enemy, consumes the chill effect. Damage taken in a level is 3 or less, recover a health point. I kind of like that, because I took a lot of damage in a previous level. So it's good. Let's take a look at our talents too, because we definitely have something to spend here. Starting gold for each level increase, XP gain increased, tower upgrade costs reduced. We do a lot of upgrades. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's pop that. I keep on wanting to hit that to go back. I think that's pretty good. I think we're pleased with that. Let's go to the altar. Present offerings. Restore health. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's restore some health. And then the barracks, I select a challenge to complete. 1,800 points of fire damage. That's a very high chance. Do not build any towers during battle. Nah, take the easy one. Okay, take the easy one. We can now go to a shop. I mean, I could basically just cruise to the boss. Would we rather get one more relic in a corrupted battle? Not really, to be honest with you. I have arcane, fire, electric, poison. I need one more. Just go to the shop, man. Just go to the shop and try to buy... You don't have a tower. That kind of sucks. Monsters under poison take 10% more damage. I mean, that's obviously really good. I'm gonna reroll and fish for a... Nah, you just didn't give me it. That's fine. Unfortunate. Is there another one of these that is better? I mean, there's obviously some nice effects on some of these. This would be a nice tile to have just because it fits into some areas for us. So let's take you, let's heal a little, and then let's leave. And then that puts me back on another altar. I mean, we really skip around here a little. When the fire source is attacked, its HP reaches 0, consume all your ember stones. Heal 1 HP for every 10 ember. This is not a good idea for me right now. So I'll just remove a card from my backpack. I think that removing this one that doesn't have any buffs on it is a pretty good plan, since we already have one that does. And then that puts us into the boss, which I'm not sure we're ready for, right? Unfortunately, we never got our other elemental to make this really work. But, I think it's a good start, right? I think it's a good start. 1,800 points of fire damage. I mean, the reality is that is going to be completely inconsequential. We will make that happen easily. Now, the scary part about this battle is that there is quite a lot to do here. Like, and we want to do as much snaking through here as possible. So we have to try to cut you off, right? So let's start with doing something like this, so that this at least starts to force them that direction. I can put a flamethrower here. I think you want to increase the range on it. That's all I get, huh? Okay. That's a little scary. We're gonna have to play some tiles as they come here. So let's get a poison on. We're going to increase your range here. And then maybe get one of these guys down over here just to do a little... We're gonna have to... We're playing it a little freaky. It's a little freaky right now. Okay. All roads lead through here right now. So this is a pretty good path for me. We really want to block... We just want to block this route, man. So something like this and this now forces them to go that way. That's a huge block off for me. We also do have the minecarts, which I want to utilize. There is value to the minecarts for sure. But having them on this right side is just largely irrelevant. I think that you don't mind putting these onto the minecarts just to kind of be a drive-by shoot, right? I think that that's decent. Okay, damage boost tile. We definitely want you guys to not be able to go through this side. But we also want to, I mean, we want to funnel you straight down the middle, too. So, let's do something like that. You're now coming this way. That funnels you all down the middle. That's when you put another fire right here. I think you want damage on him in the future. Let's put you there. And then another flamethrower, maybe? I mean, maybe you do this axe as well. This is a decent... Like, it's not crazy. You would want to put him, like, here. Let's move this to here. And then we'll put the axe right here. Or, better yet, well, I can't really better yet, you know. So sure, we'll try it there. I think that that's probably a piss poor play. But I'll humor it. A lot of enemies coming through. Kind of terrified, I'm gonna be honest. But we made it work. We definitely made it work. Yeah, I mean, they're melting as much as we can. So I guess it's fine. I guess it's okay. As long as we're making progress, I consider this a win. Let's get some more flamethrowers down over here. And then I think it's probably time for our first sniper tower. So what is the best place for us to put said sniper tower? I think that we attempt to build a spot for it, right? Like here. This is a pretty good position. And then I still want to try to block off that entire path and keep this snaking around through here. So that's okay. We'll put you right here, more fire, and then maybe just supplement with a couple more smaller towers. We can go with like another poison there. I mean, this guy is, he's here and he's horny, okay? I mean, like, he definitely does not love my existence. But let's continue. I think that the drive-by shooting cannons is still a decent play. Oh, we're just gonna lose. Okay. No, just kidding. We're not gonna lose. But I do think that we need to start building some towers in this back area. Or else we are going to start to lose. Fortunately, drive-by cannons doing good work. We're like halfway through the health on this guy. Let's start to build down here. So, increased fire. You put this immediately on here, you upgrade it to do damage. Then you block this path, and you block this path. Then that snakes you through there, and that lines you up with some more solid. This tower is just tough to find the use for, but I'm gonna use it. We're gonna slip them in where fit. We would love to get a singular block to put right here and then lay down the lightning tower. Sniper would still be cool. I think I'm gonna draw a card, to be honest, just to get some more ways to center y'all. I'm gonna draw another single block, huh? I think I like it here the most, so I can then lay down the lightning tower. Ah, but he's now not going through that spot. So instead, I'm gonna move you to here, and we're going to set up another sniper right here. Okay. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. This guy taking a lot of damage, okay? Like, realistic chance that he just dies here. The drive-by cannons was such a smart idea, man. I'm just going to continue to say that I think that was kind of brilliant on my part. Like, it's the best tower for this build to be on those cannons. Still got some guys that are sneaking in, but I'm going to tell you, this fight ends on wave 5. I think the big guy's about to be dead. And just like that, we lose. The big guy fell, but so did, well, I mean, we took a little damage. But the stage cleared. I think that that's a win for me. So take me back to title here. I have won. I feel like that was kind of anticlimactic, but I've unlocked the Bone Desert. I've gotten the win on Misty Forest here. Did pretty good on it. Works for me, to be honest. If you're interested, we'll check out Bone Desert next time. More to see here in the Bone Desert. But a successful win here in Emberward. Really, really good tower defense roguelike. Like, you can tell that this game has a lot of really solid stuff that is in it. Lot to mess around with. It's a pure tower defense game with a very, very good roguelike wrapper. So check it out. Link in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.